Hello again, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at the Queen of Cups, and we're going to be finding some interpretations for this card based on the symbols in it. To do that, we're going to start off in the usual process, which is to look at what the artist has drawn and to see what symbols are there to give us some clues to the interpretation. And the artist has drawn a woman seated by the ocean, and she's very well dressed, and she's holding on to a cup and she's staring at that quite intently. We know she's a queen because she's wearing a crown. And the colours that are used, they're nice and vibrant. There's blue skies, there's the calm blue waters there. She's wearing pale blue gown and cloak, signifying the calmness of this card. So from that colour and from the image and the way she's drawn the image and how well dressed the Queen is, we can immediately say this is a positive card, and we get the feeling of calmness attached to this card just by looking at it. I think that she's by the water because the cups represent the element of water, and so she's seated down here staring intently at this cup because she just wants to be in her happy place and to feel the connection with the element of water. Based on this, with the interpretations we can have, I must also mention the other symbols in here in the background of the throne itself. Even though it's a stone throne, which you would normally equate with more masculinity, the hardness of that, the artist has given it curves, so it's more feminine. And also there's these little mer children, babies with fish tails, and fish design as well on the throne, and the clam shell design at the top of it. So that's just all giving us more hints that this card relates to the element of water. Based on being the element of water and the calmness associated with this, we can say that this card is about empathy and caring and compassion. And there's a nurturing aspect to it, a very feminine aspect to it as well. She's a sensitive soul by the looks of things. She's in control of her emotions. I think that's why the lid is on the cup. She's in control of that. She's very satisfied with where she's at with her emotional level, and she's keeping all of that contained, nicely contained. What is that cup? Well, some people say that it's a ciborium, which is the type of cup, usually with a domed lid, which protects and holds the wafers, consecrated wafers or hosts during Catholic communion services or rituals. The ciborium doesn't normally have angelic figures on the side though. They're cherubim, and they're normally attached to the lid of the Ark of the Covenant. When you see designs or images of the Ark of the Covenant, which is a box or chest containing the stone tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments, on the lid of that box is usually these cherubim, which are the angels that protect the Ark of the Covenant. So there's little statue figures of the angels on the lid to remind people they're protected by these angels. Arthur Waite and his artist have combined these two lots of symbolism, the ciborium and the cherubim, and they put it all together as protection for the element of water, I suppose, showing that this is a holy vessel by any means. Apart from those, or that amalgamation of those symbols, I prefer to think of it as the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail is from the Arthurian myths. The quest for the Holy Grail is the quest for spiritual purity, and love, in other words. Love, the emotional bliss of love. And so I think that's why she's staring at it so intently. She's achieved this. She has satisfaction on that emotional level, and she doesn't want it to get away. So she's focused on that, and by focusing on it, I think she's just radiating that energy into the world. So that's her compassionate, empathetic nature happening there in that card. So when it comes up in a reading, you can talk about somebody who has compassion, someone who's very caring, someone who has a lot of love to give, especially to her family and friends. So the main interpretations for that card doesn't have to be about a person, it can just be about that nature, that gentle quality, that caring quality that is surrounding an issue. Okay, that's about it for that card for this time. So thank you for watching.